Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger and my friends. Today we're talking an interesting new combo route for Giovanna thanks to the big balance patch for Guilty Gear Strive. Before, this would have never been possible. Now it's pretty specific on who it wants to work on, but still I find it interesting nevertheless. So let's show you the combo first and then let's talk all about it. So that's pretty interesting, huh? So that is effectively an infinite loop until I hit the corner, wall break, and then, well, we reset back to neutral. So that's the combo, and let's talk about it. So I guess we're calling this the Sentinel Loop. I have nothing really better to call it. A Sentinel Loop, if you've ever seen Marvel vs. Capcom, Sentinel, because he's so tall, there's been a lot of combos over the game's history, most famously Storm, I suppose, where you can just keep looping them, going all the way up and then all the way back down over and over and over, and that's effectively what this is. So I originally became aware of this concept from one Lord Lox Manuki on Twitter, and it's about what you see, and what makes it possible is two of the changes, one universal and one for Giovanna specifically. Universal, since you now can cancel any slash or heavy slash into dust in the air, this lets you do her dust attack in the air, obviously enough, and her dust attack is double hitting. And this basically gives you enough time to hit on the way up and then combo all the way back down. That combined with the fact that her dash changes mean you can cancel any dash into attack much earlier than you could have before. You get to keep that forward momentum going, which brings you closer to the enemy to begin with, and well, that carries to your jump as well. You keep that forward momentum. So this all works together as a perfect storm of you being able to loop over and over and over till you bring the opponent to the corner. So now, before we get into the weeds, a couple notes. This works on more than just Potemkin. This also works on Faust. This also works on Gold Lewis. They are very tall, and thus the core concept just kind of works out the same. So these three characters, this works on. If it was just a one-off, only one character, you think, well, okay, it's a little esoteric, but since it works on three characters, you can kind of consider it a little bit more worthwhile. Also, the other note here is while it works on these three characters, it will not work on them crouching. They're crouching, especially Faust, of all people, they're simply not high up enough in the air to hit with the jump slash. So that said, we're now just going to go over what it is, and then we'll talk about how practical is it. So how you want to start this is off a dash and kick. And due to their changes, you can dash and then kick right away. So you want to basically be doing this. And this will get you your forward momentum in, and it'll give you extra momentum on your jump upward slash. So jump upward slash, the tall characters, Potemkin, Faust, and Gold Lewis, it'll hit them on the way up. So at its core, it's only four moves, really. The dash kick, the jump slash on the way up, and once you're at the peak, then heavy slash, and then as you're descending, do your jump dust. So you basically just work your way to the corner as shown, and when you're at the corner, then your last thing, instead of doing dash kick, you'll do dash slash, and if needed, if you don't have the wall break already, then just heavy slash and the big boot, and then you'll always get your wall break. This will let you get the wall break every single time, no matter where you are on the screen. I'm showing the extreme corner to corner variant because, well, you know, it looks cooler that way, right? But yeah, you can get this anywhere on the screen. You're always guaranteed a wall break if you get this combo off. So before we get to the practicality and alternate setups, just to show you if I was a little bit closer. So there you go, right? It works just the same mid-screen as it does further out. So now let's talk practicality, because this is more practical than you think. So as far as practicality goes, so it is a longer and more involved combo, and yeah, there is an element of timing. It will take you a little bit to learn it, although frankly I don't think it's that strict. If I can learn it, anyone can learn it, honestly. But how practical is it? Pretty practical, honestly. Yes, you do have the caveat they have to be standing, And then you think, well, okay, am I just gonna, dash in and hit stand kick over and over and over? No, you don't have to, because this works just great off counter hits. Due to the change to aerial base slash and heavy slash counter hits in the patch, you got all the time in the world to do this. So I can do this. Oh, counter, obviously enough. Oh, time to get it. Like, it's that easy. I just use the counter flash to tell me, and then I have more than enough time to do it. Also, this works just fine off her quarter circle forward kick or cannon drill style move. If you hit with a counter hit with this, it also totally enables it. Pretty as you please, right? So you actually have a bunch of viable ways to confirm into this setup. And you can see, like, obviously, once again, if they're crouching, it won't work. But during the counter hit flash, you have enough time to assess, okay, are they standing or crouching? And then go into it or don't go into it. Now, is it the be-all, end-all? No, of course not, right? But if you always want a wall break, no matter where you are on the screen, that is very valuable. Like, if you hit your cannon drill from, like, this far out and you're near the corner, it's probably to your benefit to just take them corner to corner, get your wall break, get your positive bonus, and go from there. If you're already in the corner, I'm sure you can figure out more damaging stuff. So it's not necessarily something you always want to go for. But I think it's just a very inventive and fun looking combo route. And since it is possible against more than one character, normally these kind of combos that are very involved usually only work on, like, the biggest possible character, like your Potemkin. But since it works on multiple bigger characters, I just think it's neat. And perhaps that's it more than anything else, right? Maybe that's why I'm making this video. I just think it's neat. I think loops like this in fighting games are neat. So now you know. So hit the lab, give it a shot. Once again, there's an element of timing. It'll probably take you a hot minute before you understand the rhythm of it, I guess is the term. Because I can't just tell you the rhythm. That doesn't really translate over video. I can't just say, oh, you do it and you just go ba, 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 and you're good to go. You're going to have to practice it yourself and get some muscle memory. But very cool stuff. Give it a shot for yourself. And that's really about it. It's a real testament that 2 changes for Giovanna. The fact that you can now attack quicker out of your dash cancel. And the fact that you have the universal route that everyone is allowed to cancel their slash or heavy slash in the air into dust. Those 2 specific changes, and now you can carry all the tall characters corner to corner. You don't need a single Roman cancel, no gimmicks, no tricks. You just do it. And of course, naturally, you gain a lot of meter while doing it. So test it out for yourselves. I think it's pretty cool. And otherwise, my friends, that's the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.